Friday here for Behind the Gloves. I'm joined at the BT studio with Bryant, Jennings, taking on Joyce this week. First of all, how has camp been? How has preparation been ahead of this fight?
Everything is good. Even if it wasn't, I wouldn't tell them. So everything's good, though, by the way.
For someone like Joyce who comes forward, who throws punches in bunches, is there a sort of different style you'd approach to someone who, is a one-punch pony, one-trick pony?
No, I mean, yes, of course. It's a different approach. It's a different movement, but, those are the things that you assess once you get in the ring.
Yep.
And those are the things that, you assess, within training camp.
Yeah.
And also, he has to assess the fact that he's not only going to be offending, he's going to have to be defending. So those are things that work both ways.
And what makes you believe? What's the sort of main reason you believe that you can beat Joyce? What separates you?
I mean, we're both human.
Yeah.
What makes him believe that he can beat me? We're both human.
Yeah.
We're both human. This is boxing. Anything can happen in boxing. But I feel as though, technically more experience. There's a lot of other things that, I could just be tooting my horn on, but it's boxing. It's a win, lose, or draw situation.
Obviously, in the last press conference, there was a bit of back and forth with the team. Is there anything personal, or is it just really all business?
It's not personal. I don't know them extensively enough for things to be personal.
Yeah.
I don't get into that.
All right, just moving on. I was at the Dillian Whyte workout yesterday, and obviously there's been talks of you possibly, once you get past this fight, talks of you Tyson Fury, and that was mentioned to Dillian Whyte yesterday. His exact words were that it would be a disgrace if they put you on against Tyson Fury. What would your response be to that?
Instead of Dillian Whyte?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna plead the fifth.
Yeah.
Because if speaking from a boxer, or speaking from my career, and for myself, I would have a different say. But speaking from looking at how boxing has treated a lot of the boxers, I would say something else different. So I'm going to plead the fifth on that, based off of maybe such a biased response.
Yeah.
Based off of this is me we're talking about. But yeah, I wouldn't answer that.
Would that interest you straight away after this fight, the Tyson Fury one before?
I mean, yeah, definitely.
And obviously he's taking on Oscar Rivas, someone you've faced before. How do you see that fight playing out?
I think he can win that. He can definitely win that. I fell asleep. But styles make fights.
Yep.
Styles make fights. Focus. It's a lot of different aspects to putting in a complete fight. And it just wasn't all the way there for me that night.
Yeah. And lastly, I just want to touch on probably the topic that's been thrown over and over again, but the Joshua Ruiz situation. And I've been asking about, especially heavyweights as well, whenever I interview him. Do you think Joshua should jump back into the rematch against Andy Ruiz or not?
Jump back?
So if he fights him in November, December, do you think it's ideal or?
Yeah, because that's where the money. Speaking from a business aspect, that's where the money is.
Especially after the last fight was such a, it was a shock in some terms, and people, the way it came down.
Yeah.
Don't you think a few warm-up fights maybe necessarily, or do you think?
I mean, anything can happen within those few warm-up fights.
Yeah. So
a lot of times, he doesn't have to go right back in, but. I don't think that he should take other fights.
Yeah.
I just think that the whole focus should be winning that title back, especially from a business aspect. Because if anything happens with any other fight that he chooses to take beforehand, that could mess up everything.
If he does lose, where does his career? Because we're so attached to that O thing. He's not got the O anymore. But if he does lose against Ruiz again, is it all over, or can he come back?
No. See, I don't know why people be thinking it's all over. Like it's never over until you say it's over, or until it's literally just like, you know what, you're done. Like you get tired of it. You get tired of the game. But it's not over for him. Ruiz would just have his number.
Yeah,
that's it. He could just go somewhere else and fight other.
Take another route. Yeah.
Take another route.
And finally, on Saturday night, what are we expecting?
We expecting a good fight. We expecting an eye opener. A surprise, an eye opener, surprise. and just a vintage BY.
Bryant Jennings, all the best Saturday night. Thank you very much.
Hey Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you do so by clicking this icon right here, or else.